certified associate, Adobe education trainer, and certified by Autodesk also. He has trained over 90,000 students across the globe from 153 countries, which the top five countries are India, Germany, United States, Spain, and Australia. In his 10 plus years of experience in academic and industrial environment, he has prepared to be an effective team leader and mentor in 3D animation, computer graphics, visual effects, and design engineering industry. He is an author of over 40 research papers and 3 books published with APRES Springer Nature in the area of virtual reality, game technology, and design immersive technology. He is an active reviewer for several SCI and SCIE indexed journals, and he has delivered sessions for more than 50 workshops and seminars. And he is actively working as a principal investigator and course coordinator for animations, which is ranked number one in the UGC PG course. We welcome you, sir, to this session, and I request you to start your talks. Welcome again, sir.
Sure, ma'am. So very thank you to Manu Hyderabad to giving me opportunity to share my input to all over the participant across our country. Warm welcome to all of you. And today, it's a session where we are going to learn about the foundation concept of a multimedia. Then we will learn about the videos, and then we will slightly shift to the augmented reality, virtual reality, and all. So first of all, I would like to share my screen. That would be a little helpful to get understand the entire fundamental of multimedia, 3D animation design, as well as the augmented reality and virtual reality. Can anyone confirm me my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
visible.
it is.
Okay, so thank you. Fine. So, first of all, today the agenda of the session is a multimedia animation, 3D visualization, and its significance. So, whenever we are talking about a keyword, a multimedia itself, then first of all, we should understand the foundation concept of multimedia. Yeah, if right now we are talking about the design visualization industry, in this time in a design, we having a commonly one keyword that is a communication design. So, if you're talking about the communication design, that means it's a engulfs the multimedia animation UX UI design. This all kind of input of communication design. So first of all, I'm going ahead and I'm going to discuss with the multimedia first, then we will slightly shift to the next. So just I'm skipping this one piece because this is not right now required. Yeah, ma'am has also said, right now, if for example after completion of this one online FDP, if you're having a more interest related to the animation design itself, that is a completely onto the 3D design and visualization itself. We having one of the government of India free course available onto the swam platform also. Right now still admission is get open. So if you want to get learn more about the graphic design visualization integrated into the 3D, how it would be going ahead, you can have go to the swam.gov.in to get learn more about the same. Right. So now coming today's sessions, the agenda of today's sessions to get understand about a multimedia, right? So end of the day, why the multimedia, why the animation design, what a use of these all, you can say the medium. So end of the day, like as a teacher, as a professor, right? Here we are communicating with each other, right? So for communication, what are the basic requirement here? Like a audio visual communication using the Google Meet, we are communicating. In support, we having some of the PowerPoint presentation. Now in a PowerPoint presentation, here we having some of the textual input. Here we having some of the video. Here we having additionally, we are working. Sorry. Additionally, here we having images also. So when we blended these all things, that will give you effective communication. That's why I had a mentions here to develop the relationship between the viewers and visual. This is exactly role of multimedia, right? Or you can say the communication design itself. So our input can be go ahead with you, and you may able to get understand how the effective our data would be get transmit, right? So this is the exact agenda of today: multimedia animation, 3D visualization significance. Now moving to the next, if you're talking about the types of communication design, right? So we can divide communication design into basic this four category. One is interaction design. Some technical word we can somehow able to know HCI also, human computer interactions also. Graphic design also a subcomponent of communication design. Data design visualizations as well as 3D design visualization. So basically, these are the not thumb rule. These are only the types of communication design, but we can
खाली
segregate.
देखिए रहे हैं मतलब
Sir,
ऐसे
sir, your mic is on. Please mute yourself. Yeah, fine. So interaction design, graphic design, data visualization, and 3D design visualization. So we are slowly come with a transition stage from a start graphic to visualization, how that would we go to the 3D visualization and how the immersive interaction design can we go ahead, right? So yeah, very basics, multimedia. So what is exactly multimedia? So if you're talking about the multimedia, we can divide multimedia into two components, multiple medium. When we are utilizing text here, audio, images, animations, right? Or you can say the video. Exactly what is animation? It's a sequence of images called the animation, right? And additionally, one additional thing is what over there, illusion of motion, right? When these all things combine together and when we will play in a 1 second, commonly if you're talking about the Indian television standard committee, then Indian television we are broadcasting into the PAL version, visual alternative line, right? So 25 frames once in a second we are playing in front of a screen that are giving us illusion of a video. So video is exactly what? Sequence of images only again, right? So audio podcast, audio slideshow, animated videos also are a form of multimedia. If you remember, right now we're having a good bandwidth of internet, right? So in this time we are directly going with a live streaming the video also. But I clearly remember during time of our studies, sometime we having an Apple podcast from the several teachers and a professor. So using the Apple podcast, that a lecture we are listening carefully, and then we are making a notes. So that are a little old methodology. Now we are blending audio, video, animation, text in a one place to get communicate our like a input towards the audience into much effective and efficient way. Now, if you're talking about way of media presentation, there are two type of presentation media can be. One is the traditional media, second is the new media itself. So now, if you're talking about the traditional media, means what? Newspaper, right? If you're talking about traditional media, so specifically, if you're talking about the traditional media during the time of COVID itself, right now somehow the traditional media newspaper is little far away with us, right? Because again, we should not go with some of the newspapers which is coming outside because that could be a carrier of COVID virus again itself. So we are somehow now converting this traditional media newspaper also to the digital media newspapers again, right? We having a PDF versions of newspaper. We having additionally like a blogs over there. We having a direct HTML websites over there. So somehow this one again get converted into the new media itself. So if you're talking about the new media itself, so new media again has been get categorized into the four part, right? So basically traditional or older time we having one option that are known as a radio itself. Then radio somehow get integrated to the television, right? Then radio television integrated to the motion picture. And right now we having a web media also. We're using the website. We are interacting with each other. Like if you're talking about the swam.gov.in, NPTEL website, right? Lot of government of India initiative website they had given to us during the time of pandemic, so we can easily give the additional resources to our audience, to our learners, to our students to effectively and efficiently get learned itself over there. Now moving to the next, multimedia fundamentals and element. So if you're talking about the multimedia elements itself, then commonly text, graphics, animation, video and audio, these all are the component of the multimedia, right? So when we combine this all, final output can be known as a multimedia, right? So if you're talking about the text itself, so text means what? Whatever the typographic element you had to put it over there, like a word, sentences, and a paragraph is a category of text, right? If you're talking about a text, text can be formed into the three different segments. One can be the word, sentences, and a paragraph itself, right? So even a text also can be get divided into the three subcomponent. right? If you're talking about the typography, some of the design and layout, at that time, using the words, keywords only, we are making some of the graphical layout and we are representing in front of a screen. When you're talking about a little more sentence itself, for example, if we are right now using the PowerPoint presentation, so somehow we are keeping one header and additionally we are writing one or two sentences. When you're talking about the newspaper or when you're talking about the blogs, at that time we having a several paragraph also additional over there, right? So these are the fundamentals. So additionally, we having the graphics also. Right now, we are embedding into the teaching and learning itself, multimedia components itself. So what exactly graphics? So graphics is the digital representations of a text, drawing, charts, or photographs. So here you can see first option is here text. Just I am using a pointer, so it would be a little easy to get understand, right? So here we having a first option, you can get check out. These are one of the chart, right? These are the graphics, these are the PNG images, right? So now the question is here PNG, why I had used this one keyword. So right now, whenever you are working into the digital media, sometimes we are required the background transparent. So keeping a background transparent, we should be having a keep in our mind the background data preserving should be into the additional 8-bit of images that is known as an alpha channel. So either we can use the PNG file format or TIFF file format to get save the file into the alpha channel. Or right now, if you want to save the transparency, sometime when you're working into the application like Adobe Photoshop, and if you are saving your file into the JPEG, Joint Picture Export Group file format, at that time the background would be automatically converted into the white color. So additionally, if you want to get preserve that information, you should keep the PNG or a TIFF or Targa file format itself. I'm slowly little moving towards next, then animation. Like I tell you earlier also, animation is what illusion of motion. So like here you can get check out this one, a cat is looking like it's a walking, right? So here we have a get created around 4 to 5 sketches, and then later on we had to put it that sketches into the loop, and that's looking like okay, somehow the cat is walking, right? So this is the illusion of motion, multimedia representation in a form of animation. Right. Again, if you're talking about this one video, just this one video has been get captured. So just I'm playing the video over here. For that, we have to convert the presenter view pointer to the laser pointer. Right. So here now you can get check out. This one ball is just bouncing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps over there. So exactly this video means what? So here I had a mention, you can get check out the image sequence or the photographic images that tend to be full motion, right? So commonly when we're talking about the animation design itself, right? So in animation design especially, we are talking not about a full 24 images we are drawing, right? So right now this one session is especially FTP on a virtual reality, augmented reality, or you can say the immersive technology based teaching and learning. So first of all, when you're going with the immersive technology, then you are going to feel about the real environment with you, right? Or sometimes if you're talking about the it's augmented reality, if you're talking about the virtual reality, so you are using the head-mounted display and you are going to the 3D environment and you are feeling you are able to interact with that. So end of the day, the fundamental concept of the video should be get clear. That's why I had to get mentions about this fundamental concept. So when you're talking about the animation design itself, when you're talking about the virtual reality integrated, some of the animated concept over there, commonly we are not animating 25 frames. We are going to be animate 12 frames. Now the question is here, what a meaning of frames? So right now, like I tell you earlier also FPS. So one in PAL version, Indian Television Standard Committee, whatever we having, the phase alternative line. So in a 1 second, 25 images are moving in front of your screen. When you're talking about the international, then you are checking out the NTSC file format. At that time, 29.97, that means 30 frames 1 second, they are moving. So commonly, if you recalling, sometimes when we are watching the cricket match on a ESPN or a Star Sports channel, and a same cricket match is a broadcasting onto the Doordarshan, so somehow ESPN or a Star Sport, there are 2 to 3 seconds they are running faster than a comparatively Doordarshan itself, right? Okay, fine. So my screen is visible. Okay, let us go ahead. So now here is some of the audio. Okay, I'm keeping audio in front of my. So when you're talking about the audio also, so audio is also second element. When you're blending the images with an audio, that will make you a more impact. because we are using the Google. So in a Google Meet, I think when we are sharing the audio, sometimes audio sharing is they are not permitting with us. So for that, we having some of the videos also. So at that time, what I will do, I will switch over the headphone to the speaker. Then somehow you may able to understand the audio also over there, right? So I'm moving little ahead into the classification. So if you're talking about the classification, so we having a classification like a linear and non-linear methodology of a video progressions also. Especially if you're talking about sometime into the meaning of online editing, sometime you may hearing, right? So at that time, what you can get understand about that, especially for example, if you're talking about the cricket match or the hockey match, at that time multiple cameras are put it into the playground, and simultaneously all cameras are going to be changed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So they are the example of online editing. While we are talking about the movies or a cinema or the OTT platform, they all are example of non-linear editing itself, where the data would be get edited into your computer. After that, they are converting that data into the video form, and that entire video is going to be uploaded. If you're talking about the uses of the multimedia, definitely right now either you are talking about the science, technology, engineering, or the management, STEM all field. Right now, multimedia specifically we are using, especially during the time of COVID-19 itself, while across the globe, all school and colleges are getting closed, and somehow we are not able to interact with our student into the face-to-face. At that time, multimedia is giving you the additional like a flexibility, while effectively we can get interact with the student also. Meanwhile, we are not able to interact with a face-to-face meet also. So here you can get check out multimedia can be used for the advertisement, education, art education, entertainment, engineering, medicine, mathematics, business, as well as scientific research also. So now how this can be help you in the more detail. So for that I had to mention something. So multimedia right now can be get used for the teaching and learning itself, especially if you're talking about as a teacher right now, as we are interacting with you. So we having some of the textual content parallelly. I'm sharing the, please stop sharing. Okay, I think please confirm my screen is visible or not. Kasinath sir, I think you had shared your screen, so my screen is override. Please stop sharing your screen, sir. Kasinath Bagade.
हाँ हाँ बराबर
Kashinath sir, please stop sharing your screen.
I think okay, he is using cell phone, so by mistaken he has switched to the screen share. Kasinath sir, if you can leave the session, automatically you would be out, and again you can rejoin. Fine. I think now my screen is visible. Please confirm the respective professors and a teacher. Is it visible? Not.
No, sir, not visible. You have to share
Okay.
your screen.
Sir, pin to that, sir.
Yeah, wait. Just I'm resharing. Now
Yes.
I think it would be 100% visible.
Yes. Now it's
Okay,
visible.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Thanks, Akhilesh Arya, sir, to give me confirmation. Fine. So now we are talking about a two component. Okay, so here, like this is a live practical example. The I'm talking something about with respect to some of the presentation, but some other presentation was visual over there. So it's a making glitch over there, right? So these are some of the obstacles whenever we are going ahead. So we are mixing the textual element when we are mixing the multimedia element. At that time, definitely the interactions would be much effective and efficient, right? So somehow something obstacles are also coming with a good manner also. So this is one of the live examples which we had right now have seen, right? Because commonly during my sessions I always tell my learners itself, whenever if you are facing any challenge, don't worry about that. Definitely each and every obstacle give us some new input to get learn something new. Now coming back to the second, here I have mentioned one of the keyword children. Now coming back, if we are clearly remember about our kid time, and if we are right now talking about our kids, right? Our kid time and now our kids. So our kid time, the teacher are coming and are teaching onto the blackboard. Definitely at that time, whiteboard concept was not over there, right? So blackboard or a green board, they are teaching over there, and somehow they are representing the story also into the virtual way. Okay, once upon a time, there was a king, there was a queen. Such type of story when they are representing. Somehow, as a student, we are just imagining, okay, there was a king. So according to our imagination, we are just thinking. But end of the day, as a teacher, we are not able to understand what my learner is able to understand. But right now, what happening? Using the multimedia classrooms over there. Now, what happening when you go to your kids' school? They having the full screen projectors over there, so they are playing the video. Okay, this is the video, and according to this one video, these are the story. You are going to learn this one thing. Then, with respect to that story, then teacher is interacting with the kids. So now you may able to understand now the age of 3 year, 4 year itself. Our kids are able to tell some rhymes, Hindi language, Tamil language, whatever your language, they are
Abhishek sir, excuse me, Abhishek sir. Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah.
I guess there is a problem in the net connectivity. Participants, please wait until Abhishek sir reconnects with the meeting.
Oh, now. Okay, sir.
Hello, Abhishek sir.
Yeah, I think now.
Hello, Abhishek sir. Sir, now it's
Can
audible,
anyone
sir.
confirm? Hello. Okay. Sorry. I think there is some network glitches. So what I'm doing, I'm switching off the video. So presentation will come. So that will help to
Yes, sir,
save
sure.
the bandwidth little. Just give me a 1 minute. Sorry for interruption. Fine. So hope now it would be visible again.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Thanks for the confirmation, sir and ma'am. Okay. So I'm little going forward, right? So if you're talking about teaching and learning, right? So earlier time, whatever I had demonstrated, so here you can get check out earlier computer-based teaching and learning was going on. I'm switching off video, so it will save little more bandwidth. 1 minute, sir. From here we can switch off the video. Anyhow, some problem is coming. Let it be. Let us continue. Fine. So screen is visible now, got it. So computer-based teaching is earlier. So manually 101, we are teaching the students on a computer, one computer. Now what happening? We are going with a multimedia projectors and on, so easily people can get understand how the things can go ahead. So this is a new era of technology, integrated multimedia elements itself, right? So moving to the next, if you're talking about a more uses, like especially if you're talking about the e-content itself, right? So right now, if you're talking about a teaching and learning, so when you are going with a teaching and learning using the multimedia content, somehow that would be giving you more impact. Additionally, in entertainment also, definitely right now during the time of COVID-19 pandemic itself, several kids are somehow they are at their home, so that would be also giving some relaxation to them to get avoid the mental stress using the entertainment and the gameplay and all. We are talking about the multimedia integrated with the virtual reality and augmented reality. Then somehow right now it has been get integrated to the simulation itself also. I will having a detailed sessions about the VR also introduction, because the agenda of this one session is starting through the multimedia to virtual reality and augmented reality only, right? So more like a headset simulation right now. If you're talking about the surgery itself, right now definitely body into the medical colleges, it's not a too easy. Simply you can go and you can take the body and you can get operate the body. So somehow we having a now new technology, using the new technology VR, virtual reality, immersive technology, we are able to interact with a 3D model and we can do the surgery also. Information kiosk, this is also good example of UNX UI integrated design. So these all are the example of multimedia itself, right? So if you're talking about the advantage of multimedia, right? So if you're talking about advantage, definitely we can having implement the creativity. We can add additional resources, videos, audios, like a textual element whenever we are talking about students over there. One more disadvantage of, not disadvantage I can say about the multimedia is what? Especially if you're talking about the multimedia content creation itself. Like commonly you may hearing about the MOOCs courses, massive open online courses. So a lot of infographics, lot of instructional design we are putting over there to effectively communicate with the audience. So at that time, what's happening over there, the cost of production is too expensive over there. Even 30 minutes of video production cost somehow going to 25 to 30,000 also itself. But end of the day, once your content is created, that content you can reuse multiple types also over there, right? So these are the things over there, but the challenges are also like, as I tell you, costly production itself. Each and every time you required a team of the productions people also over there who can help you to get work over there. Like for example, we having some of my professors or a teacher, maybe they are from the art background. They are not much comfortable to the computer itself. Then what will happen? Additionally, you have to get help from your research scholars or your students itself to get understand, to get create a PPT presentation or to get create a multimedia content integration in your classroom also, right? So these are the user of multimedia. So education, training, games, technology, medical, language communication, creative industry, and multimedia and businesses. We can get integrate the multimedia also. So one-on-one I had given some of the examples, like yeah, definitely several textual inputs I had put it. I will share this one element as a handout also, so that content with you. So just here you can see the image of the student over there. So when you're watching this one student, okay, using the tablet, they are understanding, they are learning over there, right? So even these are the multimedia and education right now going to the boom itself. Even our kids also at our home, and they are learning, teachers are teaching in an online mode, right? And somehow they are get connected with the teacher also, and their class is not going to be disturbed itself. So this is one of the very best example, multimedia and education, right? So second, if you're talking about more detail, yeah, more examples of multimedia and education, more examples I had put it here. These are some of the, if you're going with a conference, like recently you having an idea, virtual, like a convocations also people are doing, using animation integrated, VR integrated. So just from the video, they are interacting, they are playing the video and they are executing the convocation, the certificate they are directly dispatching to their student home address. So in such manner, also somehow they may able to get understand, okay, the virtual convocations is going on, right? So these are some of the examples in a research laboratory, right? For example, if you're going with a virtual laboratory itself, simply when you do the Google, several government of India having created a VR lab itself. So in a VR lab, like a mathematical, like a scientific, a physics labs over there. So basic examples they had uploaded into the website. So at least student having a little idea how this simulation based like a practical is going on, right? So these are the some of more example. I'm little more skipping because already I had demonstrated these all things verbally itself. Right. So now if you're talking about multimedia and games. So games, if you're talking about the games keyword, normally if you remember, commonly we are asking our kids, don't play the games, don't play the games. But end of the day, each and everything's having some of the pros, some of the cons also, right? Now tell me one thing, during the time of COVID pandemic, when our kids are not able to go outside their home, full day from morning to evening, just they are sitting in front of cell phone or the tablet or the computer, and they are watching the teacher video. End of the day, stress level of a kids is going really very up. Even end of the day, whenever they are regularly watching the cell phone screen over there, they're having like a headache also over there. So somehow, yeah, definitely I do not recommend to go with the play the games and all. Games not means the computer games only. Even you can go with a carom, you can go with a chessboard, you can go with maybe normal Ludo itself. Multiple things you can get incorporated. So end of the day, if you incorporating these all things using the teaching and learning itself, that called the gamification in teaching and learning. If you're talking about the gamification is teaching and learning, that also a really very broad topic. Especially right now, I am doing some of the specific research into the how our cognitive science integrated brain is understanding, and how using the gamification in the teaching and learning, how if we teach the student, end of the retention ratio would be go more, right? So lot of things, like I had to tell you, each and everything is having pros and cons itself, right? So multimedia we can get incorporated into the games also. So now if you talk about games, now we having one more keyword, like you all are participating into the virtual reality and augmented reality. So somehow if you're talking about around 5 to 6 years back, so commonly we understanding what is the use of VR. Okay, so using the headset and sensors, we can play the game. We can interact the things over there. So in a such manner only we are thinking the VR is coming to the market. But right now, if you're talking about, I will share you one of the last clip over there. So there right now for a medical training, specifically USA, several university has given the HoloLens device to them. So using the HoloLens device, the students are learning, they are at home, teacher are teaching from their college or from their own home, and they are interacting like a real world interactions over there. Yeah, definitely it's a true cost, because end of the day, one Microsoft HoloLens cost is coming $3,500. In India, somehow it will be coming cost, including the like a government additional tax over there, 4 lakh, 4.5 lakh plus. But we having a base devices also. Like we can go with the Oculus Rift at initial, we can go with the HTC Vives also, which is starting 50 to 60,000. At least definitely in person we can't borrow that too much expensive devices. But at least I do recommend you can request your college, you can request your university. At least they should be having 5 to 6 devices over there. So you can also start to practicing on that. So you can effectively integrate the teaching and learning things over there. I will share you the several examples today in this one session. So you having also best idea how VR you can implement into your regular teaching and learning. Either you are the science teacher, either you are the engineering teacher, either you are an arts teacher, humanity social science teacher. Each and every place you can get integrate the virtual reality for effectively teaching and learning itself. Right, so let us skip little more. Now I'm directly coming to the multimedia where we are going to be used, like a creative industry, right? So in a creative industry, if you're talking about multimedia, now we having the commonly you may heard about like AutoCAD application, 3ds Max application, right? Maya application, Blender application. So end of the day, commonly these applications are known. AutoCAD for the like a drafting of their sketches, commonly civil engineers or the electrical engineers they are using. Revit again, it's coming for the building information modeling, BIM modeling. Again, these are the belongs for the civil engineers maximum. If you're talking about the 3ds Max, civil engineers, game players, right? As an VR integration, if you are going to use the content creation, then we can either use the 3ds Max or Maya, or we can use the Blender applications also. So these are some of the creative use of a multimedia, where in a 3D application you can create your product from raw, from scratch also. In a fashion design industry also right now people are using the multimedia, or you can say the animation itself, several fashions. So for example, the clothing, so 3D clothing, they are creating the real life simulations, they are implementing using the software itself, and end of the day they are doing the fashion show virtually also over there. So fashion industry also right now multimedia is going ahead. So if you're talking about, like I had to tell you earlier also, science, technology, engineering, management, humanity, social sciences, each and every place you can get integrate the multimedia itself. Now if you're talking about the multimedia into the medical services, if you clearly right now, if you are going with your X-ray report, for example, if someone having a bone fracture, right? So in a bone fracture, maybe that scan you have seen into the screen of the doctor. But end of the day, for preserving, thus they are taking the X-ray printout. That's also a form of multimedia again, right? Because end of the day, that is a 2D representation of your joint, either that is a fracture or fracture not. So X-ray is a 2D representation of your scanning models over there. So multimedia, again, you are using into the 3D industry itself, right? Now coming to the next, which is the major agenda. So now we are having a basic concept clear. What is the multimedia? We started from the newspaper, then slowly we had to get integrated to newspaper, to video. Then we had to get discuss little more about how multimedia can be get incorporated to the education, fashion industry, design industry, several places. Now, virtual reality, what this one a new keyword over there. If you're talking about the virtual reality itself, so right now, virtual reality, if you can divide the virtual reality into two parts, so reality we can create into the virtual manner. So now virtual means what? That means imagination. Now again, if you're talking about the imagination, so if imagination coming to the projection system, then imagination also either you should go with a 2D projection or you should go with a 3D projection. For example, if you're talking about, there is like a shy guy, right? So if you're talking about the shy guy, just let us convert my pointer into the pen. So if you're talking about the shy guy, so for example, I am just creating one of the character. So I'm keeping just a sketch down. Right, so this is looking like a shy guy. Okay, this is not a notorious character. If you're talking about one of the character who is a too much characterizations over there, right? So
Abhishek, sir. Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. And the video is also paused.
just I had a quickly draw some line, right? Using this one line, I have now
Sir,
character one. My voice coming clearly.
sir, your voice is breaking, sir. It's not continuous and audible.
Please, any random now my voice coming clear. Just checking it out. Confirm, sir. Now is it clear? Voice is now it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Any in between problem coming, simply you can type it into the chat box, sir and ma'am. I am parallelly checking the chat box also. So immediately, first of all, we will check it out, because until unless audio viewers will not come properly, this would be not much better. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Akhilesh, Arya, sir, and Nishant, sir. Okay, coming back. So here two images I had just created. One character is looking like this one character. If I'm talking, is looking like a really very notorious character. This is looking like a Sai. So what I had to put it, only the hair stylization can giving us an impact. Okay, this one not much notorious character. This is a normal character. So these are some of the imaginations that you had represented into the 2D. Like right now, this is a 2D image also. Now, if you're talking about the 3D, at that time we having the 3ds Maps or Maya application. At that time we can interact with the objects. At the end of the session, I quickly open the 3D application also, and I will share how in a 3D you can get interact. So you're having the more confidence when forthcoming session will come. So little moving ahead. So if you're talking about the virtual reality, right? So here you can check it out. Virtual reality means what? Like I tell you, you are going inside to the 3D environment. So in between, what is the channel we have? The channel is a head-mounted display, right? So here you can check first head-mounted display, HTC. This is the HMD. Second is the normal VR devices over there. Yes, so here you can check out some of the sensors also. So whatever sensor they will operate accordingly, this one would be get simulated, right? So here in this one VR, you can check out these are the dummy or not dummy. We can say a basic example of VR where you are keeping your cell phone inside this one a VR box, and you can having a little idea how the virtual reality things can be go ahead. So right now VR is going with education field, simulation field, training field, each and every place, right? So what happening in a VR? In a VR, you are going inside the artificial environment, and even you can get a simulate, you can get interact with them also, and you can feel the real life experience over there, right? Now, if you're talking about the virtual reality more detail, here I had given some of the more detailed definitions over there. So right now, first definition, what? Through a virtual reality, viewers, users can look up, down, or any way which they can interact with the object itself. That's a 3D virtual object itself, right? So end of the day, here one of the very, you can say the dangerous keyword, artificial intelligence, right? When we're talking about the artificial intelligence, people are thinking, especially from the humanity and social science background, this is something not my cup of tea, but it's not like that. End of the day, definitely do remember when earlier time a Nokia keypad cell phone was into the market, and suddenly when the touch screen cell phone came into the market, at initial we are not comfortable, but slowly when we came to know, when we get inside, that would be really very easy. So the word artificial intelligence, if I'm talking about, where computer is automatically computing the data with respect to their own brain. For a computer, brain is what? CPU, right? So you are giving some of the input to the computer. With respect to that input, automatically computer is computing the data and they are giving the output. So this is a basic understanding about the AI technology, where you are giving some command, accordingly lot of output you are getting from the computer itself, right? Here you can see one of the more example of the VR itself. So here you can check out whatever the things she had went through the head mounted display. Here is one of the teacher, and this is the screen over there. So whatever she is watching on screen, she is projected over here. And for a dummy also, he had just put it one of the dummy spider objects over there for a touch sensory effects also additionally. Because when you're talking about the VR, so VR touch sensory effects, for example, 3D object is touching you, that kind of feeling commonly you may not able to feel. So commonly whatever the experience is happening over there, we can interact with them, right? So additionally, we can add some of the additional devices, additional sensors to understand the feel over there. So end of the day, learner will be more engaged into your VR simulation scenes over there, right? So if you're talking about the VR advantage and disadvantage, right? So I'm just going with a really very small concluding things over there. Lot of things like I told you, PPT for you, end of the day, to understand, to learn into more depth. But I'm briefing in a short itself. When you're talking about a technology VR definitely at your home, you can interact, you can learn, you can do the practice about the simulation, but disadvantage are very big of the VR. What is the disadvantage? Like a common, you having a headache problem whenever you are going with the long time VR. If continuously you are keeping 1 hour headset over there, at that time you are having a headache problems over there. You are having a stress problems over there. So right now researchers are working on that, how we can remove the stress and such kind of feeling that should not be come over there. Right now people are working with a 3D monitors also over there. So without head mounted display, how we can feel the 3D objects coming out the screen also. That is also we are going ahead. And one more thing, expensive, right? So like I tell you, if you're talking about the basic device where you want to go inside the 3D environment, the basic model of Oculus is also coming more than 50,000 rupees on average, right? So this is the investment. If you want to go with XR, so immersive technology, at that time, minimum you should be invest $3,500. In India, it would be come ahead, including the like a government taxes, 4 lakh rupee investment. So very expensive. Again, complex technology. Like these are too much sophisticated device. So if you are keeping this one device in your lab, and if a student has make them disturbed over there, at that time, what the problem will happen? It would be the really very big loss. End of the day, as a teacher, we are somehow indirectly responsible if the device would be damaged over there. So these are some of the disadvantages also. This is an example of AR. Now AR I had kept a little small because I had to check it out. You're having some of the technical session onto the agreement. Using the tablet, dinosaur is visible over there. So this is an example of augmented reality. So now the question, what is the augmented reality? In augmented reality, there is a break in a voice. Again, voice breaking. So other participants also having a voice breaking, sir?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, again it's breaking, sir.
Sir, your voice is not clear. We cannot hear you, sir, properly.
You please confirm, sir. I have changed
Yes,
my
sir.
network.
Now it's okay, sir. You will continue, sir.
Okay, okay. Thanks. I'm sorry for interruptions. Why today is the disturbing? Okay, my screen is visible, sir, ma'am. Please confirm.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Where is the chat box? Yeah, now it's better now. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for the confirmation. Okay, so application in a virtual reality like automotive, healthcare, retail, tourism, real estate, architecture, L&D, recruitment, entertainment, and education. Now you may have a query or the question how this all place we can get implement the previous slide. Okay. Thank you. Just 1 minute. I have not. Yeah, this was only AR we are discussing, sir. So now we are talking about the applications of VR. So in all industry, we can get implement about virtual reality. Either it's education to architecture to L&D to healthcare. Now the question is how. So I'm exploring the same thing. Even into the sports also, art design, recreation, military, news and journalism. Every place we can get mixed. Now some of the examples I'm sharing. Right. So first is what? Automotive industry. So I'm giving the example of automotive industry. For example, right now, if you want to drive the car itself. So what happening if you go to the car driving school? So private car driving school, first of all, they are requesting you to have like a gameplay mode in a simulation device. You can have play the car over there. So whatever, if you are having a jerk into a car driving or some have the major accident over there, that kind of all jerk you will see over there in a VR simulation engine over there, right? So this is the first thing in the automotive industry we are implementing the VR. Second, in a healthcare, if you're talking about, like here you can get checkout. Let us switch to the pointer. Yeah, laser pointer. Now my pointer is visible. So here you can get check it out how the body they are trying to be operate. So here you can get check out. He has carried the VR headset. So virtually whatever he is doing, accordingly the 3D model is going to be operate over there, right? So in this manner in healthcare, VR is also going to be implemented. Right now, especially if you're talking about the medical university in a US and a UK developed country, they had implemented at least one VR lab themselves. Then only now they are easily able to go interactive sessions itself over there, right? In a retail business also, like I had to tell you, if you're talking about VR, So now a VR headset I put it over here. So whatever model simulated, they are coming in front of a screen, and accordingly, if you want to go ahead, if you want to go with the clothing, for example, I'm giving you one example. That is not a VR exactly, but you can go to the Lenskart website. In a Lenskart website, what happening? Simply you are capturing your face photographs, and accordingly, automatically the glass is coming in front of your face, and you can easily identify which glass is looking much better, and accordingly you can get by over there. So that is some of the examples of augmented reality, right? While you are interacting with a 3D model projection on your video itself over there. So in a retail business also, tourism. Now the query is here, how tourism can be get implemented via AR and VR. So if you're talking about the tourism, for example, if we're talking about one of the really very oldest education hub, because all we are professors and teachers. So in a history, there was a one mentioned Nalanda University long time back. Somehow now that's not into the existence itself. New Nalanda University, they had a form itself, but older heritage has been get off. Or maybe if we're talking about some of the heritage place that's not into the existence. So what right now we are doing, we are creating entire that tourism place into the 3D applications, and using the VR and AR, we are able to go inside that 3D heritage itself over there, and we are feeling, okay, we are inside that environment, and such kind of feeling we can get implement using the augmented reality, not augmented, virtual reality itself. We are into the tourism itself, right? Real estates again. For example, right now, if you are looking to purchase one of the building itself, or maybe the flat, come with the small. So if you're having idea before purchasing your flat, how your flat would be look like, maybe some of the color if you want to get changed, each and everything in a pre-visualization. If a builder is giving you idea accordingly with respect to your choice, you can change the color and all. Then in a final paint and partition would be go ahead. Definitely you can save the money itself. And with respect to your requirement, your flat would be get designed. So in a real estate also right now, several companies are implementing virtual reality. So using the virtual reality, now the customers are interacting with their own flat, and when everything they are comfortable, accordingly they are doing the get lock. And with respect to that input, the builder are changing itself the like a real building itself, or you can say the real flat itself, they are changing the color itself also. Architecture, again, this is one of the good example of architecture, Oculus, they are carrying. So end of the day, for example, side by side, again, in architecture design visualizations also, same, like I had to tell you real estate. So before pre-visualization, if you are giving the idea about your customer, how their flat will look like, especially in a product design, you can also get implement. So such kind of experience you can get put it using the virtual reality as well as augmented realities also, right? Learning and development. This is a basic cardboard VR device. You can create a manually this one cardboard also, and this one cardboard you can get buy through the Amazon or the Flipkart online. It would be go ahead, I think 150 rupees to 300 rupees also, where you can keep your cell phone inside this one box, and you can having a YouTube VR experience over there also. So in a learning and development also, we can give the more concentration. For example, if in this one more learner is learning, definitely whatever the distraction is going to outside, the student will not see here and there. So their concentration would be more into only screen. So end of the day, they will learn more efficient and effectively. But again, I tell you what the problem will happen. Headaches is additionally going. So for that also, researcher, like I'm also working with some of the collaborators from the New South Wales and Kyungkyung National University, South Korea itself, how we can get resolve that kind of problem. So the headache would be get less end of the day. Okay. So recruitment. Right now, if you're talking about recruitment, earlier time, yeah, somehow in India, we are going with a Skype-based interview, or right now we are going with a Zoom-based interview. But right now, if some of the demonstration also has to be given by the interviewer, right, or the participant who are giving the interview. So using the VR device, end of the day, they can define their element, their product using the VR integration. So end of the day, interviewer also get interact how they had designed that device. So this is into the recruitment also right now going ahead, right? So like I had to tell you, each and every place you can now get integrate VR and AR. Education already we had a get discussed earlier also. Now these are the sports. if you're talking about the sports, for example, during the time of COVID-19 itself, all the playground is going to be get locked. We are not able to go outside. So what happening, for example, using the gamification, using the game technology, VR itself, we are training our athletes, we are training our sports person. Like for example, they are carrying the VR sensors, VR sensors like Oculus handset. They are going with FTC sensors over there, and however they are firing the gun over there. Accordingly, the game engines, they are giving the accurate results. So first of all, they are giving that training onto the VR integrated simulation engine. Even the football kind of experience also they are giving into the VR. Table tennis, lot of games we are working into the VR integration, right? So these are something, especially leading company, like you can go and check out the NBA, NFL. They are organizing a sports event also into the virtual reality itself. Art and design, yeah, definitely right now several art and design, even you can go ahead with some of the tools you can get check out. Simply you can do the brushing effects using the artificial intelligence that could be giving the fully drawing the element over there. Like for example, this is one of the experience where this petals came the fall down, such kind of things. Such kind of things can be little understandable when you will feel okay, petals are coming down. So that kind of immersive experience also you can have it using the VR, virtual reality, and the augmented reality itself, right? So events and a conference also during the time of COVID-19, this has been came into the system. In India right now, we are not going much ahead because, yeah, as I told you, it's a too much cost effective. End of the day, not cost effective, costly. Like one each and every headset having, you have to invest more than 30 to 40,000 rupee, and it's too expensive. If any headset is going to be disturbed, that's a big loss over there. But into the international, like a SIGGRAPH or a big events, they are right now giving such kind of experience over there, 360 experience over there using the VR and AR experiences over there. Right? Even right now for the meditations also, wellness also, we are using the VR headset, just keeping VR headset, head mounted display. The soothing song is going play, and a video with respect to some of the really very beautiful environment. Like if you're talking about the Avatar movie, maximum the background we had created into the 3D applications itself only. Like we had to use the Maya, we had to use the Mari for texture painting over there, and how beautiful environment you had watched into the Avatar movie over there. So that kind of environment we are creating CGI integration, and we are accumulated that entire environment using the VR and AR. So when using the VR, we are going to that 3D environment that we are feeling okay, how soothing, how we are little bit closer to the nature itself while we are at our own home only. These are the advantages of the AR and VR. Marketing also, like here you can see, these are the examples in marketing. Whatever he is interacting through the finger sensors over there, accordingly the slides is going to be changed. Accordingly, they can change the dress and they can go ahead and finally whatever the clothes or whatever the design they want, they can get finalized and they can buy over there. Military simulations, even here you can get check out in a military simulations also using the VR, like whatever they are firing, accordingly the 3D model are over their opponents. So if they are properly firing, the opponents are going fall down, then somehow they are giving the training at initial stage before going to the real ground also, right? So these are some of the examples. New media and journalism also. In India also right now we having a not very much use of a VR into new media and journalism as of now, but do believe me, next 2-3 years again, we are going to implement into the news and journalism also itself, right? So now we are talking about practical experience. So we had to learn several audio as well as a textual information. I had giving you the brief idea. Now it's a time to get understand little more detail. So right now I am working with one of the project. I had put it the project name as a project I itself. So what this one a project I am quickly changing the second PowerPoint presentation. Using that you may able to understand much better. So I'm just stop sharing. Give me just a minute. Let us discard the annotations. Again, I'm sharing my screen here. Just a minute. So my second database with me. And now I need to discontinue my headphone also. because now the things you also need to be hear some sound. Okay, fine. So please just confirm my audio is still coming now properly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No problem, sir. We'll continue, sir.
Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Sorry. So can anyone having any idea how audio can be also get shared into Google Meet? I am not able to find audio sharing option. I think this one option is not available in Google, if I'm not wrong.
Sir, just increase the volume of your system, sir.
Yeah, that's a Jugaad technology we have. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's why I had to switch the headphone to speaker of the laptop.
Sir, yes.
Thank you. So let us continue, sir. So again, I'm first muting the video because we have to save little bandwidth also. Fine. So okay. Fine. So moving to the next immediately. So I was talking about the eye. You can use Google Slide. Present to the meeting. Okay, Jan sir, I think we are running little late also. So definitely I will try again in a forthcoming session. So I was discussing about I, one of the keyword. So till now I am just talking. So now I am looking little interactions because first of all, as a teacher, definitely, especially if you're talking about the VR and AR. So first of all, we should make a foundations with our audience. So now hope you may able to comfortable with my pitch of the class, maybe whatever I'm talking. We had to get bonded with each other. So now we can having an interactive session. So can anyone guess what the meaning of this one I? Can anyone any guess?
Intelligence.
Very good, sir. Satyendra sir. Any more input, sir, ma'am?
Interactive. Emotion. Not emotion actually.
Any input,
That's
either
fine.
it
Intuitive.
would be right or wrong, but
Intuitive.
nothing right.
Sir, it's something like
Right and wrong.
we have the answer, but we don't know for which question this answer might be used.
Yes, sir. Satyendra sir. Interactive. It's the because already had discussed a lot about that. My voice is coming now. Please, can anyone confirm?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. So is currently also visible, sir? No, not visible. I just had to stop at 1 minute. Again, I'm sharing. Today, after long days, some internet is interrupting. Hope now it would be fine.
Yes, sir. The screen sharing is on.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. So we are talking about the reimagining reality. So again, reimagining reality. So what about the, yeah, exactly, Daya Shankar's reimagining reality interaction. So long time back, if you're talking about, not long time back, still in India, if we're talking about teaching and learning, so somehow we are right now incorporating animation, 3D animation into the teaching and learning. I'm playing one of the video to get better understanding what right now going and how VR AR can be help more interactively teaching and learning itself, right? So have look this one video. Chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is one. Right. So this is one of the keyword chemotherapy. Right. I had to pause the video, so don't worry about that. Okay. Let us decrease the volume. Right. So parallelly, I can be demonstrate. So if you're talking about the chemotherapy, definitely we are not able to by default see the blood cell within the naked eye itself. So at that time, in using this one video animation, whatever you are seeing over there, you may able to understand how the chemotherapy process is going on, right? So these are the some of the nucleus, you can check it out. These are the DNAs by default. Yeah, definitely through the naked eye we are not able to see the DNA of the body. Now here we had to put it some of the gray color in between the DNA, right? So this gray color represent means what? That are the dead cells over there, right? So somehow cells are going to be dead, and end of the day, what a problem is coming over there, that would be make a big issue. So right, using the chemotherapy, we are again to resolve this challenge. So if using this one audio visual presentation, I'm increasing the volume, right? As cancer cells do not adhere to each other very well compared to normal cells, they tend to break away and enter the nearest blood vessel, thereby spreading to other parts of the body in a process known as metastasis. Other common metastatic sites include the lungs, liver, bone, and brain. Metastasis may also occur through the lymphatic system, with cancer cells entering the nearest lymph vessels, from which they migrate to the lymph nodes and the rest of the lymphatic system, spreading the cancer to the other parts of the body. I'm little forwarding because this is a little long length. So hope the things is little clear with you, right? So how exactly in a chemotherapy things is going ahead? Either we are not a doctor itself. Meanwhile, when we are watching this one video, we are able to understand how the processes work over there, right? So this is something a traditional, or you can say the current trend, which we are using into the Indian like a teaching and learning, even such kind of interactive, or you can say such kind of a video based teaching and learning, 3D animation integrated, also going to the really very few college and university itself, because these are the really very cost taking like end of the day, if you're talking about 3 minutes of full animated video, it can be go from a 1 lakh to 10 lakh also minimum cost. I'm telling, if you're going with a perfect quality over there, right? So it's a too expensive. Again, I'm giving you one more example, right? So this is an example about the nose surgery, right? Then we will get interactively get discussed. I'm little increasing the volume.
Dr. Dunjal Oztuk's closed rhinoplasty operation. Due to improvements in technology.
So do believe me, after just going through this one video, as we are not a core doctors, meanwhile we are able to understand how exactly doctor will perform the nose surgery if there would be some disalignment in a nose itself. So here you can check out the two images. So the disalignment of a nose is here, right? So by default, how using the surgery, the disalignment can be get fixed over there, right? So this is the exact current scene. So nose is not straight. So we have to put the nose into the straight itself. So using this one interactive animation video, if teacher will demonstrate about the nose surgery, end of the day, he or she can easily represent how the surgery can be done. So here you can check out, these are the nasal bones over there, then lower air cartilage itself, then a nasal septum over there. So these all examples easily you may able to get understand.
Will be relocated in the middle part. Nasal hump will be removed without hammer by using special equipment. Following this process, nasal bridge will be rasped. After the hump is removed from the nasal bridge, right and left side of the septum will be cut vertically, and then double-sided horizontal cuts will be done at the top of the nasal bone. For achieving an aesthetic side view of the nose, upper side of the lower alar wings will be removed. After this step, cartilage grafts taken from the septum will be relocated either side of the upper septum. The vertical
Fine, so do
cartilage
believe me,
graft
after
will be
watching this
placed
one
in the
video,
middle
you
tip and lower
may
upper
having a
cartilages are shaped for
99.99%
stitches, thus
idea
thus
how the
notice
nose
that
surgery
asymmetries
will
in the
happen.
nostrils are
So
fixed.
this is right
Cuts
now
on the
a
nose
trend
tip
which
will be
we
closed
are
by the
implementing,
anatomically
utilizing
solvable
during the
stitches.
teaching and
Therefore,
learning.
there will be no
Right,
need
so
for
these are the
movement
3D animation integrated.
For the
So
final
like we
touch of
had
the
get
aesthetic
mentioned,
form,
the
lower
agenda
sides
of
the
topic
nasal
we
bone
have to
will be
get
cut
discuss how
downwards.
multimedia we can get
Later,
integrate,
the gap in the
then
nasal
how
bridge
using the
will be
3D
closed by
animation
pushing both sides.
significance in a teaching and learning or into the STEM,
Internal
we can go
line.
integrate. End of the day result would be much
Silicone
better.
leaflets will be placed in both nostrils. After the skin-colored special nasal strips are applied, operation will be finalized with placing thermoplastic splint on the nasal bridge. Now, if you wish, we'll show you before and after images.
See, so now here you can see this one are before images here, and this is the after images here. So end of the day, the demonstration, whatever this one video using the multimedia, you can say, using the animation, you can say, if we are representing in front of audience, end of the day, the learner retention ratio would be more impactful, more efficient, right? So moving to the next here. Now the common feedback. Are you able to understand how the nose surgery will go? Even we are not a doctor. Can anyone just type into the chat box also how the nose surgery is happening? Now you're having a better idea. Anyone, any professors? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Reshma Sudhin sir, ma'am, Nishan sir. Thank you. So, okay, now coming to the next, right? Especially like I had a mention here a project right now, like I had tell you, I am working on a one project where right now how in an Indian teaching system, how we can effectively guide our student much better and efficient and effective way. Especially right now, like earlier 2011 to 13, I had a work with several doctors itself as well as medical practitioner. So what's a common problem they having over there? During the time of teaching and learning, due to the less availability of a real body itself, they were not able to demonstrate their audience, their practitioner much better. So somehow then I started work into the 3D animation integration into the medical field over there. Then I have a work for the several doctors in earlier my previous organization, BHU itself. Then we had I'm working with the doctors with SGPGI, my collaborators from UNSW and UPM Malaysia itself. So all right now we are working into the research, how using the VR, AR and animation design, how we can effectively more better teeth. So what commonly right now my research report is saying, when we are talking about audible only, so 20% only we are able to get understand. When we are blending 20% with a video itself, then we are able to understand more 10%, then 30% outcome. But when we are doing the practice itself, the laboratory practice, at that time 90% input we are going. Then the problem is here we having right now. Again, during the lockdown, everything is locked. So what the methodology we have to go? So the methodology I had demonstrated known as a LBD. LBD means what? Learn by doing. So whenever you are doing something during the time of learning, at that time you having a more confidence during the teaching and learning itself. So like I had told you, when during the COVID time, all the laboratory has been get closed, then what is the solution? Definitely, if problem, we should be identify the solution. This is the only roles and responsibility of the scientist as well as the researcher itself. We have to identify the problems and challenges, and we have to give the solution. Solution is I. Like I had given you the earlier little idea, also reimagining the reality. So learn, simulate through the eye technology. So what is exactly eye technology? Eye technology means teaching and learning using the immersions, right? So now the question is here, what a meaning of an immersion itself? Immersing with you are interacting with a CGI element. Now CGI means what? Computer graphics imagery element, and you are a feeling, you are a live interacting with that, right? So that called the immersion with a technology, and this technology is called what? Immersive technology, right? So now you're having a little idea how from the scratch multimedia newspaper slowly we had going ahead, and now we reach to the immersive technology itself. So what are the immersive technology? So immersive technology, like example of a 360 videos, virtual reality videos, augmented reality, mixed reality, extended reality. So AR, VR, MR, XR, these all are the example of immersive technology itself, right? So now if you're talking about the immersive technology, so what's the difference between the reality, mixed reality, and the virtual reality and the augmented reality? So reality means a live video. Here you can see here into the screen which are available. Virtual reality means what? In a 3D environment, using the headset, you are going inside and you are feeling I'm inside the 3D environment, virtual environment. Mixed reality means what? You are interacting with that 3D model. So this is a blended of augmented reality, virtual reality, and a reality. So all when three blending, that's called the mixed reality, or sometimes we are also known as the extended reality also. Fine. So hope now the fundamental of AR, VR, XR is clear with everyone. Moving ahead to the next, right? So when we're talking about the definitely through the experience, if we are going to be learned, the retention ratio would be get increased to the 75% to the 90%, because they are doing the practice, doing the teaching and learning itself. Now I'm giving you one more example, experiential based learning itself.
Every year, one.
So now after watching this one video itself, you may able to get understand exactly what is the deep learning. One of the methodology you are hearing, the deep learning, artificial intelligence, what these are. So either you are not a background from the computer science engineering itself, instead you may able to understand how deep learning can be helpful for the real life problems and challenge itself. So using a 3D animation representation, multimedia representation, as well as we can go ahead with the virtual reality interactions in this one body also, how deep learning is changing the life of the medical practitioners to give the best medicine to them to get cured fast. So have listen the video and the audio, watch also audio video. You may having a best clear idea about
5 million people die from lung cancer. 3 people break a bone every second due to osteoporosis. These and many other medical conditions can be prevented if discovered early enough using CTs, X-rays, and MRIs. What if you could teach computers to provide faster, more accurate diagnosis based on the combined wisdom and experience of thousands of radiologists? Zebra Medical Vision introduces revolutionary technology based on advanced machine and deep learning. Thousands of previously diagnosed cases are uploaded to our analytics engine, teaching it to create unique algorithms that can identify the visual fingerprints of multiple diseases. Then, when shown a new scan, it instantly recognizes that fingerprint and alerts of the disease. Zebra Medical Vision is giving healthcare a breakthrough tool to help millions of people receive faster, more affordable quality care.
Fine. So now simply when you have us watch this one video, I do believe maybe if you're having earlier hearing about the AI, one of the artificial intelligence technology, you may hearing about the deep learning. So what this one project, we are also working in the same project methodology. Like in India, if you're talking about the weather, we having a different kind of weather and environment. Like if you're talking about the Jammu and Kashmir, during the time of December itself, too cold. But when you're talking about the Tamil Nadu itself, maybe that kind of coldness not over there. So how like a food methodology, fooding habits are also little different into the Jammu and Kashmir and little different into the South India. Specifically, if you go into the like Karnataka itself, Hyderabad having a different kind of a fooding culture. If you're going to the Tamil Nadu, they having a different kind of little food culture itself. So how each and every body having the same medicine, it's not possible. So accordingly, we are just taking care of the database from the pan-India doctors, and we are making the list about the challenges, whatever the medical diseases they having, and accordingly we are checking how much time they had taken the cure of the patient itself. So if in a southern India, if this one medicine, XYZ medicine, we had recommended and patient has been get cured within a 1 week. So automatically using this one of the application we are creating, just user has to be registered on that application. He will simply write their problems, whatever the problems with him. He will write their age also, his gender itself, whatever the previous experience, maybe cough, cold, whatever things they will mention. Accordingly, the application will automatically recommend the best medicine with a recommendation of their nearby particular doctor's recommendation, how the patient has fastly cured. So such thing would be really very big revolution. We are still working, because end of the day, we are trying to get connect with more than 10,000 doctors across pan India. Earlier, when I started with the project, at that time, we are thinking doctor will not support us more, because then they will think, okay, then what a use of us if the software will recommending the best things. But somehow I was wrong. They are supported us a lot, and right now we are still working on that project. So end of the day, using this one assistance, this one a video, you may having a better idea how using the multimedia, how using the VR, AR itself, we can integrate more effective teaching and learning, right? I think we're having a more 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So little, I will go a little fast also. Now, pros of the immersive technology. So if you're talking about the pros immersive technology, so first is what? Higher engagement rate, right? Definitely, when you are keeping the headset, you are not able to interact with a obstacle, what happening you're nearby. Simply you are a kept headset, so retention would be 100%. Engagement rate would be 100%. Experiential learning, you are get interact with the model itself. Say for the hard situations, right now we are into the COVID situation. We didn't require to go outside, reduce traveling, right? Definitely we can save the money. These are the benefits of a virtual reality, especially into the corporate training. I'm giving you some of the examples, like here you can check it out. This is the examples of engineering. This is the example of medical. So using the VR headset, these are the virtually, they are interacting with the hand operations over there. Using the VR headset, that HTC Vive itself, they are playing with this one, a crane, you can say, or machine, you can say. So when this character will get passed in a virtual simulation, then only they will allow to directly go to operate that machines over there. Or the doctor, when will get the 100% mask into the online virtual, you can say the simulation, then only they will give the real body itself. Because in a VR body, if something happens, the wrong scar also they had to mention, no problem. But in a real body, if they are putting a wrong scar in a body at that time, that will make a big trouble. So these are the advantage of a immersive technology itself. Now I'm giving you one more example to get understand about the immersive technology more better.
Virtual and mixed reality for medical education.
Imagine peering inside the human body without an incision or a scope, turning the heart without touching it. Using a headset, controllers, and innovative technology, it's possible to navigate human anatomy through virtual and mixed reality. These realities can provide medical training in procedures, techniques, and equipment use, as well as simulate patient interactions in a more immersive and realistic way. As the VR/MR trend grows, pilot programs involving these technologies for the education of medical students are being implemented worldwide. Though not a replacement for hands-on practice, virtual and mixed reality are increasing situational experience. Giving students an opportunity to practice with computer simulation is a low-risk alternative and, in extreme cases, can prevent patient harm. The technology's new applications have many dubbing virtual and mixed reality the new reality.
Okay, so now when you watch this one video, now you can easily get understand how without the real body, how effectively we are able to interact with a CGI model. Yeah, as I told you again, these are really very costing would be get add on over there, but end of that, this is a one-time investment. And end of the day, if you're talking about the medical education, somehow the medical education cost is going to 30 lakh, 40 lakh itself now in India also. So if that kind of cost university colleges is taking, so they should give such kind of facility also to the student. So end of the day, there should be more confidence when they will go to the OT, operation theater itself. It's my own personal view itself. Now, if you're talking about the digital human, right now, when you're talking about the computer graphics related research itself, like my own research area itself into the immersive technology, AR, VR, MR, XR, as well as the digital human itself, where we are talking about creation of all human 3D human, and that should be look like 100% real itself. So I'm giving you one of the example. So commonly digital human methodology is incorporating into the movies and all. Like if you're talking about the Avengers, Avatar, Transformers, such kind of movie we are incorporating. But from last 3.5 years, right now we are incorporating 3D, especially digital humans into the teaching and learning also. I'm giving you some of the examples.
I am a fully simulated artificial replication capable of being driven and rendering in real time. Over the last couple of years, we've digitized me. I've got a digital avatar that looks pretty close to what I look like, and it runs in real time. It's not just a digital.
So these are whatever the real expression, like a character is changing accordingly. Here you can get check out. This all 3D is going to be changed. These are the real face. These are the 3D face itself over there. But it's looking like a realistic itself over there. Oh, sorry. Let us play it again.
Have artists fix it up and everything. It has to actually.
So here you can get check it out.
realistic.
Whatever character is performing inside, accordingly, the 3D model is fully simulated here, and it's looking like a realistic character, right? So meanwhile, maybe I'm right now teaching. We having a little less bandwidth in India right now. Maybe do believe me, next 5 to 10 years, we will go with a holographic based teaching and learning also. Where we are maybe into Jammu and Kashmir, people are into the Tamil Nadu using the virtual reality integration, holographic display. They can feel the teacher into the classroom also. So such technology are right now real, which we are watching into the movie like a Transformers or the Harry Potter kind of magical movie over there. But now these are a real life also. Holographic display is now possible over here, right? So here just you can see little more examples.
Digital Human Group. It's basically a team of engineers and artists and technicians all working towards the goal of creating the most photorealistic.
So yeah, whenever we are working in, we need to do a lot of research, lot of practice. So these are you how something was for the like education purpose. Now here you can get check out with respect to the movie purpose, like how into the Avatar, this one a lead character, you can say a villain character of the movie has been changed, the expressions, whatever real life expression we are doing accordingly, they are going to be changed, right? So I'm giving you one more example. So this one somehow you may able to understand, okay, this is looking like a CGI, computer graphics integrated. But now detail is a more we are putting over there. I'm giving you one more example. This would be 99.99% look like a super realistic. Have a look.
Hello, I'm Siren, and I'm a digital human. I was created by an international team of artists and engineers who wanted to challenge our ideas of what a synthetic human could be. I've got state-of-the-art real-time graphics and an unprecedented level of detail in my eyes, skin, and hair. Cool, right? But I'm more than just a collection of fancy pixels. I'm actually being driven by a real human actress and her dynamic motion capture through Unreal Engine.
Fine. So here you can check it out. This is not a real character, but it's looking like a super realistic, right? End of the day. So this is some of the examples of, you can say, a multimedia, you can say the 3D design engineering for teaching and learning, for engineering, for technology integration, every place, right? So moving to the next, one more small example.
Fairly.
So like here you can see interactively they are operating with the head itself.
Preoperative surgical plan.
Right? So now here you can understand how the entire face surgery can be.
The result, rigid fixation of the remainder of the facial.
Right. So these are the advantage whenever we are implementing communication design. You can say in a broad term, because communication design is a mixture of animation, AR, VR, HCI, all we can put into the communication design, UX and UI interface design itself also. Fine. So now the challenges. What are the challenges? Users design scalability. End of the day, whenever you are creating anything into the 3D itself, at that time, if you want to change anything, it's really very tough for the people to immediate change. Again, you have to go from the back and you have to again redesign. Deliverability, efficiency, network connectivity issue, security, and last is the update changer into the experiments itself. So yeah, like we are right now not going with a simulation-based teaching and learning itself. We are having some of the obstacle due to the internet bandwidth itself. So these are some of the challenges right now. But maybe when the 5G come to the market fluently, at that time maybe we having somehow these obstacles can be little more resolved over there, right? So conclusion, definitely, if as a scientist, creative engineer, if I'm thinking, end of the day, if you are also implementing such multimedia inputs in your teaching and learning, end of the day, your learners would be more happy and they can be get learn more after going with the such technology into your teaching and learning itself. Now, these are the one of the examples which I'm sharing you. Next generation university. Commonly, people are talking about Harvard, Oxford itself. They are doing new generation teaching and learning, but this is a Case Western Reserve University. Maybe I do believe some of you may heard about this university, or I do believe no one has heard about this one university. But meanwhile, during the time of COVID-19 pandemic, how effectively they had interacted with the student, and student having a really very good feedback, positive feedback, medical practitioner itself. So these are an example of Microsoft HoloLens, how they are implemented Microsoft HoloLens into the teaching and learning itself. So like I had to tell you, this one HoloLens cost in India would be on average 4 lakh. It's too expensive, but at the end of the day, our university college can be afforded.
That this is new. No one has ever done anything like it before.
So like here you have a scene, teacher is teaching, professor is teaching from their own home, and all student has also kept a Microsoft HoloLens. They are at home and they are interactively teaching and learning.
Anything like it before. Each lobar bronchi or secondary bronchi subdivides into 5 bronchopulmonary segments in each of the lower lobes. Now, these bronchopulmonary segments are the smallest functional. Please be well, stay safe, wash your hands, and I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible.
So like this is one of the example while we are telling in an online mode, we can't teach more effectively. Somehow, after watching this one video, you may also believe and agree with my word. It's not like that. In online teaching can be also much better, but yeah, we should be having a proper infrastructure. That is important. If we having a proper infrastructure, we can get interact with the student, even they are home also. Yeah, these are the few of the infrastructure required for integration of VR integrated lab. You can say like NVIDIA RTX A600 graphics card commonly recommended with DGX machine. Yeah, it's a little expensive again, but at end of the day, if you want a quality, if that would require some money investment over there, and from the college university, yeah, we having request to the management to give such kind of facility so your college university can go for the next generation teaching and learning outcome. So these are some of the books also if you want to read more about the immersive 3D design visualization. Right now commonly you may able to see only 2 books across the globe by the best publishers, like one into the Pearson publication and second to the Springer Nature. So somehow the Rene Colte has been, Stevens has been written a design immersive 3D experience. And second book has written by me only, immersive 3D design visualization. So you can go to the Springer and you can have access this one book also if you want to get more about the immersive design visualization. Before ending the sessions, if we are having some more query questions, you can feel free to ask the question. And at end, I'm sharing one of the video also how VR is a more effectively changing the real life situation. One of more course I'm recording, like I had to tell you, in a Swayam also you can see my course onto the animation design. So same for the virtual reality. I'm also creating one of the course. Right now it's into the production phase. So meanwhile you're having any question, any query, you can feel free to get asked with me. Until unless I am just opening the when I'm typing this.
Hello everyone, I'm your mentor.
Chat box also. In a free time, you can also watch the same. Just I am playing the video. So you're having also a little best idea. Let us decrease the resolution. So it would be play well.
Hello everyone, I'm your mentor, Dr. Abhishek K, Assistant Professor at Department of Computer Science, Institute of Science, Banaras Hindu University. I am Autodesk certified, Adobe certified, as well as the Apple certified also. And today I will teach you about the industry-oriented course on virtual reality. This course covers all the steps required to create a 3D scenes with the help of Autodesk Maya and Unity to deploy it as a virtual reality scene. In this course, you will learn about the game asset design with the help of Autodesk Maya and Unity Game Engine. As we all know that one of the hottest technology in the current era is virtual reality, augmented reality, and the mixed reality. In short term, we may heard this terminology as a AR, VR, or MR. So what this technology is? In general, we may not able to go to Mars or some other planet or swim and play with the dolphins or sharks, etc. But with the help of virtual reality, VR, augmented reality, AR, and the mixed reality MR, it promises that we may able to interact with these all things within going outside of your home. The technology promises to give you the feel of real world using the high performance computers and the sensory equipments like headsets, gloves, etc. Apart from games and the entertainment, it has long been using for training airline pilots and the surgeons for helping the scientists to figure out the complex problems. Virtual reality, VR, is not a new technology, but interest in this technology has been boomed since 2016, when the gamers and the handphone scientists introduces the several high-quality, relatively inexpensive commercial headsets to the public. A similar surge has emerged in augmented reality AR, a technology that uses to see through visor or the smartphone screen to layer object on top of real surroundings. The recent appearance of low-cost virtual reality technology like the Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive, and the Sony PlayStation VR and the mixed reality interfaces MRTF like HoloLens, suggesting that it may be the next largest stepping stone into the technological innovation. The study of VR initiated into the computer graphics field and has been extended to the several disciplines. The computer graphics concept onto the VR technology could be traced at the mid of 1960s, when the Evan Sutherland in a manuscript tried to describe VR, virtual reality, as a window through which users perceive the virtual world as if looked, felt, sounded real, and in which the user could act realistically and feel realistically also. Today is the virtual reality VR technology is applied to the advanced field of medicines, engineering, education, design, training, entertainment, etc. VR is a computer interface which tries to mimic the real world beyond the flat monitor to give an immersive 3D, three-dimensional visual experience. This is the first foundation level course focusing on to the creation and deployment of virtual reality scene using the Unity 3D and Autodesk Maya application that playable on headset as well as on mobile devices with Samsung Gear VR and the Google Cardboard also. The course aims to arm the students with the basic necessary to tackle elementary VR projects as well as the layer of foundations of complex VR projects also. This course covers the steps required to create a Unity 3D scene and deploy it as a virtual reality scene also. You will also learn about the Unity Game Engine and the distinctions between the Google VR, the Samsung Gear VR, and the Oculus VR platforms. This course has been divided into 8 weeks and uses a project approach where the learner builds an actual city scene in 3D and then deploy it as a virtual reality scene. We will learn the VR virtual reality course by following module week-wise. In first week, we will learn about the foundations of 3D and the virtual reality. Then we will discuss about the basic concept of three-dimensional science and the virtual reality. In second week, we will learn about the 3D asset creations using Autodesk Maya applications. In third week, we will learn about the use of Unity V5 game.
So these are about the course breakdown. But meanwhile, whatever today I had shared and discussed, the entire presentation conclusion I had tried to get clubbed together, and this one video you may having a better idea whatever we had discussed right now. The entire thing from scratch to end that has been get covered, right? So that's why I had put it this one thing at end. So this is a conclusion we can say. Now it's a time to question and answer session. So yeah, definitely we can have a go with a Q&A time. So anyone having any query, any questions, feel free to ask. Because I was thinking to go ahead with some practical sessions also, but yeah, in a day first and a short span of time, not more, we can go ahead. Like commonly we are using the Autodesk Maya itself, sometime Max as well as Unity, like I had to tell you, but sometimes we are using Unreal Engine also. So these are some of the applications when we are converting the data into the VR engines. So in a forthcoming time, you are having a sessions also, like I had to check the course breakdown, the subtle FDP. Definitely, I do request to everyone, don't miss any session, because all sessions are connected with each other. If you are missing any session, at that time, somehow that would be make you Tare Zami Pe kind of thing. Then at that time, that will make you trouble something you had a miss. So try to get attend all the sessions to end of the day. You having also really very good idea how AR and VR is going to change the world, and somehow you may able to also create your own small, at least maybe we can create a headset also, product design also for a VR implementation. So thanks a lot from my end. Any query, any questions from participant side, please feel free to ask with us.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's regarding the infrastructure required for immersive enabled computer graphics environment workstations.
Right.
You are saying that we have to use high-end machines like NVIDIA RTX graphics cards.
Right.
My question is, can we also use GTX cards machines?
Sir, see, for example, if you want to go for the start, for personal use, you can go with the GTX and all, there is no any problem. But end of the day, if you want to go ahead with a real VR experience, where you are going to incorporate like a headset, head-mounted display, not Google Cardboard, that box that will just illusion, okay, somehow VR, but that is not exactly VR. VR means you should be get interact with a 3D environment. At that time, you require a at least minimum Oculus Rift device that would be having a cost 40 to 50,000 for that headset, and additionally you having on average you can go with a Core i7 with a 16 GB RAM with a GTX card. You can get a start on that also.
Thank you, sir.
Some question in chat box, I think. 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, Gupta sir.
Yeah. So before my question, I would like to thank you for this wonderful session you have conducted. It was very informative, very well structured, and we got lots of idea about AR and VR. I have a question, though you have covered the limitations or the challenges in the field of AR and VR. So can you put some light on the lack of regulations? Because there is always chances for human safety risk or physical safety risk while implementing all these AR and VR solutions, especially the AR solution, not the VR solutions. So because of there are no standard regulations set by the government as far as my knowledge is concerned. So can you elaborate more on that aspect of this, especially in Indian market?
Sure, sir. Like one of the additional query from our Punita Vati ma'am also, like during the VR projects, person get vomiting, how to get rid from this kind of issue. Yeah, okay, ma'am and sir, like these are a little correlated query and questions, so I am combining both. Right now, sir, each and every technology having some pros and cons. Still, like you are talking about the regulations, sir, end of the day in India right now, we having not a specific regulation related to this one, but yeah, for example, if you are going to do the lab practice also, in a real life also, if we are going to chemistry laboratory or the physics laboratory, Commonly, it's recommended by the professor after 1 hour. Okay, lab is over. Now you can go out, and again after some time we can go continue the sessions. If simultaneously continue, you are a full day sitting into the chemistry lab, biotechnology lab also, that also could be a harm for our human body. So in this time, we having a put some break only as an in-person side, because government has not put it any specific regulation in these things. Even this is not also possible, because for example, if you're talking about these devices, commonly at initial time, these are the too expensive first of all things, so affordability also a big challenge. And second one thing, if you're talking about the regulation, then regulation then only possible when at least minimum 10% to 15% audience are using such kind of devices. For 100 people, 200 people, government never can create any kinds of rules and regulations also. So maybe when device cost would be get less. For example, at initial, if we remember, like a touch screen cell phone is coming 50,000, 60,000. Now it's coming 3,000, 4,000 also. So do believe me, right now, like Stanford University, also in a University of North South Wales, and as I tell you, also one of the research project I'm also working with the Kyungpyung National University and UNSW South Wales, Australia itself. So we are trying to working on that only, how we can remove the stress kind of thing over there. So in between, for that, psychological understanding of human brain is also very much important. So for that, we are trying to engaging with the medical doctor professionals also, who can get ready out how we can get go ahead with such kind of challenges. But again, sir, no regulation, and it's not possible also for a 0.1% audience. Government can make the rules and regulation. First of all, cost should become user more, then only regulation come. Because in between we having some of the informations also, no? If we are using 5G devices, using the 5G devices, COVID is not COVID, some of the 5G devices are making a problem. So lot of myths, lot of misinformations are also communicating. So until and unless there is not a big audience affecting, government will not putting any rules and regulations.
I think within next 4 or 5 years, something may come.
Exactly,
in terms of the rules and regulations, because government is working on cyber act, cyber laws. They are working on it. So I believe it may take. And there is one more thing actually. There is no proven business model yet in the market. So that is also a consideration, because if the business model comes with 100% or maybe 90% profitability or maybe whatever, so in that case the corporate policies can also be included with this. Because it's a combination of the various companies. Somebody is creating the hardware, somebody is creating the software. So what will actually, who is going to take the responsibility if something happens? Hardware person can they can put like that way, so software was corrupted due to some virus or some malfunctioning. So that is due to that the physical harm was to a user, and the software can say, the people development company, they can say no, it's a hardware fault. The device itself started malfunctioning, so that's why that incident happened. So maybe we have to wait for next 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abhishek.
Exactly, like right now government also is implementing national education policies and all, right? So in this manner, we having a more like options, while if in between you leaving a class, entire our 1 year is a wastage. So now we having a exit points also. What are things we are going on? Definitely coming years, education would be having a different dimension. Yes, Mr. Janser, any question? Your hand is raised.
Oh, sir. Yeah, I just raised my hand. I was just actually wondering that, have you seen that movie, Mr. Bean's movie? Johnny English 3.
Okay.
So if you're going to just, Johnny English 3, if you just Google it, like, we are seen from Johnny English. They have used the Oculus system to train that security agent using the VR system.
Right.
So they have used some octagonal movement pad. So I was wondering that is it practical to have, or you have anybody actually seen it in real life?
No, right now, like in person also, like I had to tell you, right now I'm working for one of the project. So for that, I have ordered one of the Microsoft HoloLens that is not available in India. Right?
No, not the. I'm not talking about the headset.
Sensor. You're talking about.
I'm talking about that treadmill part.
Right. I'm coming to the sensors, right? So that cost is somehow coming the 3.5.
No, sir. Please, let me please again rectify me. it's a kind of a treadmill. So when you are moving, just standing at a single position and you are moving in any direction, you can route. It's not any sensor for the computer to read, but to keep you stationary and give you immersive experience that you are able to move like a treadmill. So I am wondering if the movie people have already told that it's just like behind the scenes. I have also watched later on. It was, they clearly said that we hold the harness and then we deploy the person there. But I was wondering if such treadmill or octagonal movement pad, like in BlackBerry phones, we used to have that octagonal trackpad. Is there king size trackpad to hold a human being to allow him to take a movement in just 2x2 area or 4x4 area, so he can just move he can actually run while wearing the VR.
Even for that also, like right now for such kind of project also we had it done. While the treadmill is a complete 3D, right? And we had used a full body human sensor over there, right? So full body human sensor we had put it on a body, and while they are running, so accordingly the 3D simulation engine, that CGI treadmill is also interacting with our motions. So whatever our motion is going on, so that only I was coming, that sensor, somehow we having a collaborator, so that entire full human body shoot is a coming Indian currency 43 to 44 lakhs itself, right? So somehow a huge investment is here, but if we are looking for research and development, requirement of this is only, then only we can go ahead with a better experience. And like even I clearly remember I have completed some of the project for the army and military also long time back. It's not right now, 7 to 8 years back. At that time, virtual reality word not came into the real common people brain. At that time, how using games we can train the military people. So we had created one game where they are like firing the guns over there, and they are getting some points over there. Then later on, with the same energy, they are going on a real ground and they're having a more confidence over there. So I clearly remember when I came to India. At that time, my first job was into the Jammu and Kashmir itself. So even I have get an opportunity to get work with our Indian Army peoples over there. When I came India, I thought I have to go top to the country. Then somehow I went top to the country, Jammu and Kashmir itself. So yeah, things is implementing. So definitely you had explored a lot of things, sir. And right now, yeah, we having due to less infrastructure, somehow we are not able to more detail. Even you can check out IIT Hyderabad also. I have one professor, come a friend, I'm missing his name. He's working into the heritage visualizations over there. Professor Siva sir is over there. IIT Hyderabad. So they are trying to preserve the heritage whoever not existing right now. So entire heritage created into the 3D. People can go inside the heritage and they can feel, okay, this one real heritage. They are feeling that kind of experience also. So I think we are taking more time. Maybe it's a time to. Sorry about that. So additionally, any query, definitely we can having an email also. But yeah, immediately I am not committing and get you response, but I will try within 48 hours. I will give you response, because parallelly we have to take care. SWAYAM student 19,000 every day, more than 3 to 4,000 mails are coming. Somehow we are trying to give all the reply. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, ma'am, to giving me opportunity to share my thoughts with respected professors and researchers from Pan India to have know how we are changing the entire world. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Fatima, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for an exceptionally detailed presentation. I hope the students and participants enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed it, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you again. And hopefully we all will take away a lot of things from this presentation.
No, sure, ma'am. What I will do, even I will share one of the handout also, because maybe earlier we having the 2 session, one practical, one this one. So practical handout also I having, so I will share additional data. So if interested people can learn more.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Okay, but I will share the data by the evening today, because back to back today I having some meeting.
Oh, sure.
So excuse up to evening from all the participant and ma'am also.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, sir. I have taken break time. Thank you. Have a take care. Good day. Be happy. Be safe, sir. May I leave, ma'am? May I leave, sir?
Dear participants, let's take a lunch break from here to 2:30. We'll come back again at 2:30 for the last session of this day. Thanks, everyone.